20 hours straight, driving all over town, no dinner, no sleep, barely time to breathe. When the day finally ended, I had a complete meltdown in my car. I finally broke. I thought I could handle it all, but I couldn't. Hi, I'm Dr. Nikia Smith. I'm an anesthesiologist and a well-being coach who helps high-achieving women break free from hustle culture. We've been striving for what society tells us is success, and that time is over. It's time for us to reclaim our rest and redefine success on our own terms. If you've been running on fumes, then this is the space for you. Here's the truth. It took me years to figure out I was burned out. I thought that my exhaustion and being on the go and pushing through was just normal. When I looked around, nobody else seemed to be struggling. They were all managing this life well, so I just kept pushing through, smiling on the outside, but dying on the inside. And it hurt so much. I have spent so much time and energy to get to this point. I wanted to be here. This was my dream, but this is not how I imagined it to be. It's not what it was sold to me as. And I just knew that I could not sustain this life anymore. I could no longer smile on the outside while sacrificing my joy and happiness on the inside. And I could no longer just push through this exhaustion I was experiencing. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I knew that sleep was not enough. I could not get enough sleep to recover. A week-long vacation was not going to help me bounce back and be ready to get back at it. I knew there was something deeper that I had to address. As I was learning more about burnout, I was introduced to a book by Kristen Neff called Radical Self-Compassion, and that's really where my healing journey began. It began with being compassionate with myself, but also taking accountability for my role in what happened. And although it seems like life is happening to you, you always have a say. And I had to just get really comfortable with that and start addressing what I had a say in. I decided that it was my time to start prioritizing myself. So after reading the book, I got into therapy, started moving my body, started going to Pilates, and just took my own life and well-being into my own hands. This is not a quick journey. This is something that takes time. I like to say that getting burnt out is like boiling a large pot of water. You will put it on high heat, but it takes a really long time to get that simmer. And then once it simmers, it just boils over. A lot of women are functioning in that point where we're at that simmer. And at any point, we can boil over with the complete exhaustion, burnout, and breakdown. The main thing I want you to know is that exhaustion and the subsequent burnout are all symptoms of a bigger problem. In healthcare, we call it moral injury, but in the greater society, it's called societal betrayal. For years, women, and especially Black women, have been educated and indoctrinated into hustle culture. We've been told we have to work harder just to prove ourselves equal and that we have to always be on point, which is breeding hustle culture and perfectionism. Women have been raised and educated to sacrifice themselves for the well-being of others, which leaves us always drained and depleted with no one to pour into us and to recharge us. I want you to know that exhaustion should not and does not have to be your baseline. If you don't prioritize your well-being, who will? If you don't focus on your rest and your joy, how will you have those things? If you don't say no, they will continue to squeeze everything out of you for their benefit. And that is no longer the way that we are operating, ladies. This sounds way too familiar. I got you, sis. If you've been carrying it all, if you've been giving it your all, I see you. I'm here to be your support. I'm here to be your safe space. I'm on a journey. I'm healing out loud. And I want you to know everything that I've learned. So if I can save you even just a smidgen of time or effort, it will be worth it. If this sounds like something that you need, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to share, I would love to hear from you. So send me a message on Instagram at Nikia Smith MD. And I am just here to connect, support, encourage, and uplift all of us women, us high achieving, hardworking women who were sold the dream and have now realized it may be a nightmare. All right, tap in.